Okay, great. Let's get started, and anyone else can join in as we go. So, come to a comfortable seated position. We've got Eden as well. Hi, Eden. So, we're coming into a comfortable seated position on our mats. And Eric, hey. Oh, it's so great to have you all here. Thank you for joining me. So, let's close our eyes and take a moment here to feel the spine lengthen. You can open the mouth, maybe take a deliberate yawn. Maybe like move the chin around a little bit to ease out the neck before settling into stillness in your seated posture. So the eyes are closed or the gaze is down the nose, whatever's most comfortable for you. The arms are relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. And you're not too far forward, you're not too far back. You've got this long line, so the head's above the heart, which is above the pelvis. And this morning, I thought we'd work a little bit with finding the balance between structure and flow. So yoga is a really good way to explore that dance through the embodiment of the two things, of the structure and of the flow. So as you're sitting here, you can observe the structure and the flow of your own body. So in terms of structure, you've got the bone structure, keeping everything together. You've got this skin, the physical edges of your body, so you can kind of feel into that now. So notice where your bones are. Notice the skin that wraps everything up. And then you've also got the flow existing within your body. So you've got the flow of energy, you've got the constant flow of blood being pumped from the heart, you have the flow of the breath, the flow of emotions. So as you sit here, kind of just invite into your awareness this idea of the things that are flowing in your body right now. And what is it like to notice the solid structure of your human form, as well as noticing the flow of anything moving within you? And you can start to pay particular attention to the flow of the breath here. So really notice that inhale filling the body up. Notice the breath flowing in and the breath flowing out on the exhale. You don't have to try to do anything in particular to your breath. Simply notice your breath as it is, traveling into the body and traveling out of the body. You might notice that on the inhale, you feel a particular freshness entering the body. But on the exhale, there comes more of a release of letting go out of the body. And one way that we can also balance structure and flow with our yoga practice is by thinking about the Yoga Sutra of in posture, we want to find a balance between effort and ease. So for me, the effort is really linked to the structure and the ease is really linked to the flow. So you can blink your eyes open. Hey, Ellie and Sid. Sid is also a dog. This is my dog, Albie. He says, hey, Sid. So from here, we're going to come into our movement practice, finding the balance between structure and flow, now that we have had a little reflection on it. So you'll stay in your seated posture. And if you've done yoga classes with me before, you probably remember the way that we do our big spins round in seated. But instead of doing that, we're going to make it a little more structured first. So you're sitting up tall at center. Inhale here. Exhale to lean all the way back. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean all the way forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center. We'll do that once more. Exhale, lean back. You'll need to kind of hug your lower belly in here for the core engagement. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center. And now let's take those fluid motions, those big circles. And all I want to invite you to do here is notice the difference between the flow of this movement in comparison to the structure of the previous movement. Change the direction. It can also be quite interesting to take note of which one you prefer, because sometimes we have particular likes and dislikes with our movement. Is there one that you like better than the other, or are they kind of equal in your preferences? Using our yoga practice to get to know the body, get to know the mind, and get to know the soul if you're into all that as well. Come back to center, and we are going to do something that I'm not sure anyone will like, but it's good for practicing the structure of discipline. So we're coming into kneeling. We're tucking our toes. See if you can get all the toes touching the floor here. It's okay if it doesn't quite work out, but try and get all the toes touching the floor so that you can sit your bum to your heels and sit up tall. If this is like super, super intense for you and there's no way that you can hold it, feel free to back off by coming forward a little. If this is like super uncomfortable but you can hold it with a little bit of discipline, then please do stay here. Take a few deep breaths. Focus on the flow of your breath in and out of the body. And allow that breath to carry your physical body through any feelings of discomfort or aversion that you might be noticing. And we're really retraining the mind here to sit through discomfort. So it's like, yes, my feet are screaming at me, but I'm focusing on my inhale and my exhale. The breath is what is important right now. Inhale and exhale. See if you can hold for just a little bit longer. Can you hold even longer than you think you can? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the fingers forward and, oh my god, flick out the feet so you're tapping them on the floor. Albie's like, what are you doing? What's going on? Okie doke. From there, we're going to look at the structure of the shoulders a little bit here. So you can sit into kneeling, or feel free to go across legs if that's more comfortable for you. And we're going to look at protraction and retraction of the shoulders. So face the palms forward, push away through the heels of the heels of the palms, sorry. So you're pushing away through the heels of the palms, the fingertips are pointing to the sky. And what you're going to do is push the palms away. So you'll kind of feel the belly hug back here, the lower ribs hug back as you push the palms away, and your shoulder blades start to wrap around the backs of the rib cage. This is protraction. From there, draw the shoulders back, retraction. So you're winging the scapula here. And then let's do that together. So protract, push forward with the hands, wrap the shoulders. Retract, wing the scapula a little, pull the hands back towards you. Protract, push forward. Retract back, the chest comes through. Protract forward. Retract back. And from there, we're going to use the protraction of our shoulders to do our plank posture. But first, I don't want to go straight into a full plank. I want to really focus on the structure here. So let's start in a modified plank. We'll walk the knees back a little bit, have the knees together, and have the back in one long line. The shoulders are above the wrists. Spread your 10 fingers so you can really root down through all corners of the hands into the mat. And push the ground away from you. You can take the gaze about 6 inches above the middle of the hands and keep pushing the floor. And really notice the positioning of the shoulders here. So the way that you are pushing the ground and the shoulders blades are wrapping around the backs of the rib cage. From there, try to keep as still as possible. Hug everything into your central line as you lift the right hand off and touch the left shoulder. Inhale, right palm to floor. Exhale, left fingertips to right shoulder. Inhale, left palm to floor. Exhale, right fingertips, left shoulder. Inhale, right hand to floor. Follow your breath to go through these movements and try not to go like right over to the side, making a lot of movement here. We're doing really slow and controlled to try and keep everything still and in the center. Do one more on each side. And then take it back to child's pose, bum to heels, walk the fingers forward, drop the head to the mat. Take a moment here, feeling into the flow of your breath. Okie doke, so from your child's pose, start to come back up to all fours. We'll take an inhale to drop the belly, scoop the chest forward. Exhale to round the back, hug the belly up. Inhale, elbows soften, chest shines forward. Exhale, round the back. And either keep going with this movement of cat and cow. You might really like the structure of that movement. Or if you feel like you want to go more with flow here, then you can start to take really big circles and to allow anything else to come into the movement. You might want to kind of rock the hips forward, maybe go back to a child's pose. So decide for you, are you feeling structure today or are you feeling flow? Your choice. And from there, let's walk the hands about a handprint forward. Spread your 10 fingers. We're going to tuck the toes and enter into our downward facing dog very slowly. So first push the ground, knees hover above the mat. Very, very slowly start to lean the belly towards the thighs, start to slowly lift the hips. Keep the knees quite bent to begin with as you drop your head to gaze at your knees. The arms are long, you're pushing the floor. The belly and the rib cage are really pressing to the thighs. And then you can start to lengthen the left leg, keep the right heel lifted, right knee bent. Right heel to floor, right leg long, left heel lifted, left knee bent. And then start to walk out your down dog, pedaling from leg to leg in this way. Okie doke, so from your down dog, you're going to start to hug in your lower belly and use this core engagement to lift your hips up and down and forward so the shoulders come above the wrists and you come to your plank position. From there, inhale, lift back to down dog. Exhale, roll forward to your plank. And then keep doing this. If you need a break, you can either take child's pose or you can hold modified plank. So you've got options here. Okie doke. The next time that you are in down dog, let's pick up the right toes just off the floor. And you're going to hover them above the floor in front of the left toes towards the left side of the mat. So you've made a little crisscross here with the legs. Keep pushing firmly through the hands. Pick the left toes up. Take them forward and in front of the right ankle all the way over to the right side of the mat. And then continue to alternate between the legs here. So you're crossing the legs one in front of the other. Getting in a bit of a tangle perhaps. And then once you get to the top of your mat, hang loose in ragdoll.
So bend your knees as much as you need to be able to really relax the upper body down. Let the head go. Let the arms go. You can take hold of opposite elbows or just have the arms relax into the floor.
Maybe sway a little from side to side. And you can lean the weight a little forward, a little back in the feet, noticing how that feels.
From there, let the arms drop. Look at your toes and lift your toes off the mat. Spread them wide, replant them. You can take your hands to your feet here and plant your feet into the ground. And notice the structure of the feet, notice the skin, the bones of the toes and across the foot, of the ankles. Wow, cool feet. From there, we're going to lengthen the legs, lengthen the back. We're coming into our halfway lift. So you'll have a micro bend in the knees here. You've got the gaze down at the floor rather than cranking the neck to look forward. So the back of the neck is long, the chin is slightly tucked. You're rolling the shoulders back away from the ears. You're reaching back through the sit bones. From there, take the arms behind you like wings. Palms face the floor. It's like a limerick. And then very slowly start to hinge from the hips. Squeeze the glutes a little bit on the way up, and you're coming to standing. From there, we're going to go through some sun salutations. They're a little different to the types that we've been doing. This one's going to be with a lunge. So, I love sun salutations because they really embody the balance between structure and flow. Because they're quite structured in the sequencing. The postures are very structured, but you flow with the breath between them. So it's a really nice way to work with what we're focusing on today. Feet at the top of the mat, feet hip distance apart. Once again, pick the toes up, spread the toes, replant them. From here, start to push down through the feet so you can lengthen all the way up the body. Lift up through the crown of the head so you're standing tall. You're neither arching the back nor over-tucking the tailbone. So find a position here that makes you feel long in the body and strong in the body. Arms by the side, mountain posture, palms face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lean your bum back, hinge from the hips, lower down, forward fold. Right foot back, right knee down. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot, plank, lower knees, lower chest. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale here and an exhale here. Then inhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, step forward, drop the head, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms to prayer. Tadasana, mountain pose, arms by the side of the body. Reset. Find that long, strong standing position. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bow down. Left foot back, left knee down. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, step back to plank, lower knees, lower chest. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Take a full inhale here and a full exhale. Inhale, left foot forward. You can always help it. Right knee down. Inhale, arms up for lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Palms to heart center. And take a moment here to close down the eyes, to feel the physical edges of your body. Where are my feet meeting the floor? How do my palms feel touching each other? Where is the top of my head? Take a few deep breaths here. And then come all the way down to seated. So this next thing we're going to do is for our core. So let's come with the legs out in front, the toes drawing back. Roll the shoulders up, back and down a few times. From here, take the arms out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale to slowly lean back so the pelvis rotates under the arms, come just above the body. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the core in to help lift you up to center. Inhale in center. Exhale, reach for the toes. You can always bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, back to your starting position. Exhale to slowly lower down. Arms above shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale to come up to seated. You can use your hands by the side to support you if it's too much. Inhale and seated. Bend the knees if you need to exhale, tap the toes. Inhale, original position. Exhale, rotate the pelvis under, hug the belly in, lower down. Inhale here. Exhale, core engagement, come up. The slower you move, the stronger this will be. And then keep following your breath here through the movements. Making any adaptations that you might need to make, whether it's supporting by the side or having the knees bent and supporting under the thighs. If you're feeling like this could turn into a bit of an extra challenge for you, then another option is to come up to seated and then up to standing and go this way. So it's the exact same movement, but at the very end, instead of tapping the toes, you're coming all the way up to standing. Let's do the last two. So wherever you're up to, do two more. Whew. Great. And from there, you can cross your legs. You can take your hands to your belly, close your eyes. Inhale, feel the belly balloon out against the hands. Exhale, feel the belly draw back ever so slightly. Inhale, softness, big expansion of the belly. Exhale, belly draws a little in. And follow your breath in this way for a few more rounds. From there, I won't make you use your core to lower down here, unless you want to, in which case go ahead and lower down slowly. Otherwise you can just go splat. It's your choice. And from there, you're going to hug your left knee in towards the left side of the body. The right leg stays stretched out and relaxed on the ground. Feel the back of the head heavy on the floor. Relax the jaw. You can open and close your mouth a few times to help with that. Keep squeezing the left knee up towards you and feel free to bring movement in if you want to kind of rock that leg from left to right. Then support behind the left of the thigh, reach the heel up and away, draw the toes down. You've got a long leg on your left leg. The heel is reaching up and away. The head is still relaxed. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, draw the toes down towards you. Inhale, point toes. Exhale, flex foot. Inhale, point toes. Exhale, flex foot.
point the toes again and just have the breath return to normal here. And you're going to start to bring fluid movement, a bit of flow into the leg so you can move it in any which way. You might like to imagine you have your favorite color paint shooting out of the big toe and you're painting big spirals or whatever else on the walls, on the ceiling of your house. Relax that leg down to the floor. You might notice the left leg feels strangely a little longer than the right leg here. Hug the right knee towards the chest, squeeze the right knee in, relax the head back, feel the left leg relax on the floor, keep squeezing the right knee up towards you. Feel free to add extra movement, taking it from side to side. How does this side feel in comparison to the other side? Reach the heel up and away, support behind the thigh with your hands, toes draw down towards the body. Feel into the stretch in the back of the right leg. Inhale, point your right toes. Exhale, flex the foot. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex the foot. One more time. Inhale, toes point. Exhale, foot flexes. Toes point. Imagine you've got paint shooting at the big toe and make any kind of patterns, circles, shapes in the sky. You might want to write the name of someone that you want to send love to. That's always a nice thing to do. Then relax your right leg down on the floor when you're ready. And we're setting up for Ashavasana, our final relaxation here. So grab anything you need to be comfortable. Take any last wiggles and wriggles that you might want to take before resolving to remain in stillness. My dog Albie is very good at Shavasana. We can all learn from him. So close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Feel yourself relax back in your laying down position on your mat. Notice where the back of the head meets the floor, the backs of the shoulders, backs of the arms, backs of the rib cage. Notice the bum meet the floor, the backs of the thighs, backs of the lower legs and the heels. Perhaps you notice the feet splaying out to the side. Feel here for a sense of the solid structure of the ground, so the solid form of the earth that supports your existence here. You can also think about the element of water that supports our creativity, our fluidity, our ability to adapt and to be in a moving flow. As well as earth and air, as well as earth and water, you can think about the element of air as well. That element that helps us to let go, to be free in flight. The element air can be a lot about movement as well. Movement of the breath. We can think about the element of fire, which can both create and destroy, which is warm and sparks passion. It can heat food, warm our toes around the campfire, burn away any obstacles that stand in our way. And you can think also about the element of space, of akasha, which is this infinite space where everything comes from and everything goes back to. So the element akasha is the space where the elements earth, air, fire, and water all come from. And feel all these elements present in your own body in different ways. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. When you're ready, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, hug the knees in towards your chest. Take a rock from side to side and then roll over to one side. You can stay there for a little moment. Again, notice the solid ground beneath you. Feel that structure that you are curled up on and know that you're supported. You're supported by all of nature's elements. When you're ready, use your hands to press down on that stable ground and get yourself up to a seated position, eyes closed or gaze lowered. Palms together at heart center. Take a moment here. We started the practice thinking about both the solid form of our human bodies and also the flow of what was moving inside: blood, breath, emotions, energy. So take a moment here to come back to that. And also to really cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation for your body. So no matter what is going on out there, our bodies know what to do. The heart keeps beating, we're breathing, the blood is flowing through our bodies. And you might like to say to your body here, thank you, or I trust you. Blink the eyes open. You can even give your body a big hug for everything that she or he or they does for you. Thank you, body. And then you're ready to crack on with whatever you were doing today, whether that is napping or working or gardening, whatever it is. So I hope you enjoyed today's practice. It's always really nice to hear from you, so feel free to leave a comment letting me know how it went for you. And I'll see you again on Monday, Tuesday, or Friday next week here at 12:30. And the idea of these sessions is it's completely free with no expectation, no obligation for anything. But I would really like to promote a culture of passing things forward. So yeah, it would be great if anyone feels able to donate to a local charity that is supporting vulnerable people during these times, or can do something kind for a neighbor or anything like that. I mean, I know everyone's going to be doing stuff like that anyway because you're all lovely, but just like an extra little bit of encouragement and inspiration to do that. Lots of love. Bye bye.